Live! Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wellness Wednesday to make that even better. Paul, Tom, and myself are going to talk about happiness. Happy, 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 happy. So, who wants to go first, or you want me to get started? And
You can go.
all right. So, well, I was searching for, you know, different things about happiness. I came across some myths, and I thought it would be kind of fun to go over them. So, let's see here. I'll try to pull this up. Um, Myth number one is either you have it or you don't. Now, I find that to be kind of funny because, a lot of people will be like, well, I'm not happy. Well, okay, cool. But there's always ways to get happy. So the myth that says either you have it or you don't um, or stems from people thinking that, well, it's genetic or something like that. But really, only 50% of your happiness is well, they call it your set point. So it's like the level of happiness that seems normal for you. But, that the crazy thing is that that's only like 50% of your happiness. So where that comes from is only half of what makes up your happiness, if that wasn't clear. So if you actually try to become more happy or do things that make you happy, you can actually change that set point, which I thought was pretty cool because who doesn't need more happiness in the world, right? I think the whole world needs more happiness, for that matter. Anyway, so that's myth number one. There's a study, let me see, I can't even pronounce this name. Sonia Lyubomirsky. Anyway, she's the author of The How of Happiness, a new approach to getting the life you want. She's also a professor in psychology at UC Riverside. Interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, she says the research shows you can become happier no matter what your set point is. You probably won't go from a 1 to a 10 per se, but you can become happier. It just takes commitment, effort, and just like any meaningful goal in life, you just got to be committed to changing that for yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Kind of paraphrased it a little bit there, but they say that you can do that by nurturing relationships that you have, writing in a gratitude journal, committing to random acts of kindness, developing a program of morning meditation or exercising. Anyways, exercise is important. That's why I keep saying that. And this just proves that I'm right. So exercise. Anyways, changes like these, they say, provides or has been a proven method of enhancing your happiness. And there's studies all over the place that show that you can become happier or raise those levels of happiness by exercising or meditating or, getting, a gratitude journal and just writing stuff that you're grateful for. So, I went over myth number one. Who wants to go over myth number two?
I'll take it. Happiness is a destination. I think a lot of us are guilty of this. We keep saying things like, when I have this big house, when I have this luxury car, when I get married, when I meet the right person, stuff like that. We think we're going to be happy, but the truth is things only account for 10% of our happiness. Only 10%. And I don't know if Mariana said that 50% is a genetic thing. Our personalities, we have personalities are kind of born with, but that accounts for 50%. So you have 40% to play with. You can choose with 40% to be happy or not. It's your choice. So happiness as a destination, it's more of a process than a destination. It's not like, oh, I have all these things now I'm going to be happy. That's not how it works. Many people have things, but they're not happy. So actually, having too many things can make you unhappy because now you got mounting bills. Of course, if you're financially free and you can afford all those things, it's different. But if you're not, and you're paying for, you're stacking up the credit cards, that's more stress. That's not happiness. That's just, hey, I got these things, great, cool. I have a fake status. It's not real. It just looks like I have a lot, but really I have mountains of debt and I'm unhappy. So it's a process. It's a day-to-day decision to be happy and do things that make you happy, things that matter. And that's what I have for number 2. Tom, you want to take number 3?
Awesome, I love this.
Number 3.
The
Okay.
echo.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear?
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to talk about number 3. And number 3 is like you always adapt to your happiness set point. So basically what we're talking about is that, people tend to adapt fairly quickly to positive changes in their life. And, when we think about the adaptation, it can be a big obstacle to being happy. Like Paul was talking about, the long-awaited house, the new car, the right job. They all bring a temporary boost, but then after, per se, the pink cloud gets burst, then we go back to how we're feeling anyway. So what that means to me is that people, and myself included, sometimes look for a temporary fix. If I can, get the car, get the house, get the girl, go on vacation, buy this, buy that. But a great analogy I heard years ago in some work I was doing was, if I move, I have to take myself with me. So it's very true that it's an inside job, that people need to look deep within for their own happiness. And if you're not happy, then obviously we have to do work on ourselves.